So in the studio today, I've got Skosana because I don't want to like make it look like one-sided. So I'm single. He's married with kids. So I decided, like, you know what? Rekanditore zvokuside uku zvokuside uku. Pane nyaya these stories about these relationships in the diaspora as Africans. Zvinhu havisi kufaya. Zvinhu zvangomama. So ngatitaure tinyatsotaura. I'm going to ask him kuti he may step inside ondiudza in his own way as a married man. I'm a single guy. I'll tell him my own point of view. But tongoona kuti chichaitika but tichangotaura asikhulume.
Farai kuzwa kahle mfoka baba. Yabona udaba lolu luqhakathekile impela madoda. Ngoba you see, being married is not an easy thing, especially in the diaspora. There's different criteria, as they call them la. For example, bakhona laba abazokushada ngempela ukuthi hey baba ngiyakuthanda namhlanje ngoba ngifuna amaphepha ami ukuthi ngihlale la kule ndawo. Uyabona? Kodwa kukhona uthando impela madoda. Uthando ingqo. Uthando lolu olumele lube khona. Kodwa nathi thina suka kube khona into eziningi suka zibe involved kuyonke le ndaba.
Ziphi zangwana?
Well, sizoqala lapha kahle.
I get it. This story about the papers, the shit, relationships in this country. When it comes to papers, it works a lot.
It hasn't. Look, the thing is, it plays a very major part. Because, for example,
you can't hide from it.
No, not as really you can't. You can't hide from it. So it will affect you in many ways in society for your existence here as long as we're not.
Yeah, okay, fine. Then say let's forget about that issue for a minute. Let's say now you're now with your missus.
Yeah.
You are just a simple carer, and your missus is a nurse. You are making £10 per hour. She makes £50 an hour. What happens? The household dynamics. What happens there?
You see, those dynamics actually play a major role. Because, for example, right now, if you look at the sector of nursing and those kind of, these are the most jobs that are paying a lot of money at the moment in the sector, and mostly abantu basekhaya and abantu who are foreigners who come here. They're looking for those jobs that pay the most. But at the same time, they have a hindrance to the the partnership, to the whole. I'm gonna give you an example. Yabona ukuthi manje ngizavuka ekuseni mina unkosikazi uyahamba uyemsebenzini ekuseni.
So you wake up in the morning, you're going to work.
Yes. So the missus will wake up in the morning, will go to work ekuseni, right? And maybe she can't drive, and then I'm the only one who drives. So and maybe me in my situation I work nights. So can you imagine I finish work at 7 at 10, and then I come back home,
pick her up, take her to work,
and then I have to come back home umntwana to take her to school. I'm going to take her to school, so I have to sleep, and then by 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I have to go and pick up the little one because I'm the only one who's driving. And the missus So those things, they affect the day-to-day life in that sense. There is no social aspect. I'm tired, Mina. Can you imagine? We are on a 10-12 hour shift. Chaisa, I just finished work in the morning, and I just got in at home at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I have to pick up my daughter to take her to school at 8:30 in the morning. I have to come and back,
try and get some rest.
But at the same time, I don't get a full sleep. By 2-3, go and pick her up.
And then what happens? That Mrs. Safio who doesn't drive. You drive every day to work, yeah?
Exactly.
She works in 5 days. She will make a good 3,000. It takes you a month to make 3,000.
Yeah. You see, this is another disparity now. So depend with now wena lo muntu wakho nisebenza njani. How are you working together in trying to unify this whole? It's very, very difficult to juggle because can you imagine you're tired half of the time, and then when you're off on your day off, you try to catch up on your sleep. But this whole week,
You wanna watch
sometimes
some
it's 5 to
football.
no. Forget about football. Sometimes we work 5 to 6 days a week,
Yeah.
10 to 12 hours each shift, right? Now you're doing almost 60, 70-hour shifts in a week. Now when you come home, you're so tired. Even you can't even have a conversation with your daughter, with your son.
You can't even
interact.
satisfy the missus.
Not only look, we don't even have to go to that extent to even satisfy the missus, because it's about paying the bills. It's about making sure the sustainability of your existence with your family. So that in itself, it's the family unit. Tinesiazio doesn't exist anymore, really and truly.
I know. I think me and you were not that far different apart. You're older than me, but you're not older than me. You remember back when we grew up, Dad was never at home. He was always at work. But Dad would always be there at home, and you know.
But you see, when we were growing up, when Dad was at home, when Dad wasn't at home, it was either during the week or in the morning. Night,
evening is always there.
Weekends, but here there's no weekends, there's no nights. Everything it's about is either can you make that amount of money? If say for example, if you bought a house, you've got a mortgage, you've got children, the amount of responsibility, the amount of money that is required for you to be able to do that. And most of us, we still got a car that we need to look after. Some of us.
Yeah, like
this is another thing.
You know the thing. Like
it's not just your family.
You're just thinking of your own. You're thinking of people back home.
Exactly. So it's like you're cut in between. There's it really stretches you out. So
you always hear, like, you see it on social media and all that stuff, like the Zimbabwean women and girls, they say Zimbabwean men drink so much. Sometimes we have a reason to drink so much. We are tired. We've got so much stress. You have to pay at home. You've got your family there harassing you. They want money in Zimbabwe or whatever. You're always stressed out. No rest. It's a never-ending story.
It's true. Lento show Farai. I absolutely agree, because the thing is, all of us, we try so hard, especially when you've got, like you say, your mom and dad and your siblings at home, and they're always gonna be, we need to look after our own.
You can't say no to them.
You can't. But at the same time, you've got your own children here. Now they want some things, and then now even guys, you need to take some time and now to treat her and spoil her. See now, to balance that.
That problem say you make uri care, you want maybe 700 a week maximum.
Yeah.
But because 3.5, 4,000
in a month
after tax.
Yeah.
After, not in a month, in a week after tax.
You see, these are the disparities that we need to deal with. See, now again, it comes back to umuntu wakho ukuthi nina nihlangana kanjani. Like for example, you see, if you come from a background from nothing, you would always try to exploit a situation where you've now earning something. It's only natural. It's only natural now. You want to now spread your wings. Yeah, it's only. But at the same time, to what cost? Like for example, and then when you get that time, you'd want to do that. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. It depends on individual aspects. But you see, the society, what I've noticed, cool, is that imisebenzi yethu takes over one's will to be family oriented and to be like I've got expectations.
Listen, like I know I'm single, you're married. I don't know exactly what happens in a married relationship.
Yeah, I want to give you an example. Ekuseni umntwana mina mangifika mangibuye shifting, umama uzavuka ekuseni angithi ageze umntwana ukuthi to get ready for school, depending on the age of umntwana angithi. So laba abancane who cannot, so you have to uvuka ekuseni umgezise umntwana and get her ready ukuthi mkhambise esikole angithi. Mina ngibuya ku 12-hour shift. I've been standing all night. So you know, nami mangifika ekhaya lapha ngifuna ukudla. Kumele ngidle, and then so umama ubelela angithi. So now it comes to a situation, do you demand now to mama, mama kanti manje kungaphi ukudla? Right, okay, uphekile izolo, right? Yeah, fair enough. And then there's food, maybe there could be food. It depends on the situation. If she was working the night before, and then she asked a friend to look after the child. So my feeling saying, I will have.
But if she was there,
so but not every day. The situations are different. But we depend when you hambisa njani. For example, I can't afford daycare. Daycare after school. It's, do you know how much? I remember
100 quid a day.
No, I remember Uyandis, Umaskosana, when she was 3. You had to pay £165 a week. Every Friday. Meaning partly £160 a week. So Lomtana yam dropa exen was 7. The reason why I'm gonna take it that early is because it gives me time. Namuti M 17 and the Lonkoskas like I'm 17. 7 exen. So that couldn't work. So I had then to take a night shift. It was okay. Mama Sekai, Uzo Hamba in exen, Minanzo Hamba name, Dambam. What again, Umban Ozo Peggy Umtuan, Umbanuzo Pegingan, who's going to look after the little one? So these are the things now. So now, when it comes to now looking after the little one, it's going to cost, it's going to hit the pocket.
I think you're kind of not getting my point. Let me explain my point. Me right now, when I'm proper working, in a month after tax, I can easily clear, say, 2.5 max. Yeah, I'm just a basic worker. 2.5 max after tax. I've got 2.5. I haven't even put in my bills and all that bullshit. A nurse, a girl my age, who's a nurse, who's black, from Zimbabwe, she's clearing after tax, I say 7.
What, grand? A month?
A month.
Okay. Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it too many times, and it makes you feel like less than a man. Like, how am I gonna tell? Even if we start doing bedroom stuff, how am I going to be the man when she's making 3 times what I make?
But you see, the thing is, umshado. Initially, umshado is not about how much you make.
No. It's always been that.
But look. What I'm trying to say is this: initially, in the beginning, it was about a partnership. It's a cohesion.
Yeah, but it was assumed that the man would always make the most
to provide.
Yeah.
So okay, it's not that I'm not providing. I am, but is that what I'm providing is not enough. It's not what I'm not being a man. That's not what I'm car. I'm not working hard and trying to provide. No, I am. It's just that's not how much I'm. So is it about how much am I earning, or am I playing my beat?
It's the fact that she makes more money than you.
Look, you see, those things are a factor now because of how the society
it's fucked up.
Well, you look. In the end of the days, what are our principles, Tina? First of all, right?
I think we've lost
when you are married, it's a cohesion of not just you and her, your
families.
So see that cohesion, you can't just wake up I'm earning much now. I'm earning more. But
they don't do that anymore.
No, but look, those principles are there for a reason. They are there for a reason. So we need to understand what yindaba, those principles are there.
That's
You
why
know,
the whole thing about especially Zimbabwean marriages in the diaspora, they've broken down simply because the women are now making more than the men, and they now think that they can run the show.
the thing is, how diaspora last say England, for
Yes,
example,
English, yeah.
England, how it's designed in its nature, it's not designed for a family unit.
No, it's
It
never.
doesn't actually encourage a family unit.
And
It encourages this whole ideology of independence.
and the woman should have
You
her
see,
own.
there's nothing wrong with that. But you see, there is a very fine line. So you need to be very careful. This independence is good, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, does it in itself encompass those issues ezesintu thina esikhuliswe ngazo? For example, like myself, mina ngikhuliswe ngesintu. What I know is something that comes from my parents. Bona abadala bami.
You see what's going on,
Uyangizwa?
Abahulu.
Ukuthi mina sengise England would never change those values. Those values are part of what that makes me who I am.
That's changed, Papa.
Well, fair enough, but that does it change me? You understand? Those rules have changed, but you see, we now then have to come and meet each other halfway. So sometimes there's situations where the other party is not willing. So sengithola more money, uzantshela wena ubani? Who are you gonna tell me I'm earning 6 grand more than you?
So angikwazi baba. Angikwazi mina. Siyenza.
Well, you know, I think lathi thina we need to find within ourselves what is funani. What is it that we really want? And look, another thing is that what do we value more? Is it the money, what you earn, or is the family structure? You know, we need to be very careful.
Not. Well, we need you guys. Come on.
Yeah. Give us a bit more of your feedback.
Give us your feedback. Twitter say, what do we do about this issue here? It's a very burning issue. I know a lot of men out there, they are dying inside, quiet. It's happening. You find Zimbabwean men in the diaspora, especially in the UK. These guys, they drink hard. Not because they want to drink, but because they're treated like shit by their wives who make more than them. They want to be depression, or so they find solace in alcohol. It's not because they want to drink alcohol, but
actually to sorry to cut you, Labo Farai. In some cases, mental health issues. As one as we are so
we're told not to talk about it.
Exactly. You know, there was a situation recently where a lady was found who had died 6 months.
No, I read about it.
The flat.
In the flat, yeah, I read about it. In the flat.
And she died of exhaustion. Lomuntu was dead in the flat. Usebenza shift morning, night.
Covering, connecting.
Do you understand? So akasafaki impilo yakhe kuqala, akasafaki, you know, we put imali kuqala than our own health sometimes. So I think we need to be very careful what it is that we value the most here. What is very important here? We need to be very careful. Let's not get construed with this whole ideology of money.
I think that's exactly what we're doing. Like, people are going against the grain. People think that our missus, they want to go on the plane and take pictures on Instagram. We're losing it. I'm a single nigga. I may hit anything that works. Anything with a sketch. Don't worry. Chiripona parts and susu. Let's talk.
Okay, Fatso Farai.
I'd like to thank my brother, my big brother there. That's my guest, Sko-san. That's my guest there. We're finishing this off. He's not going. He's coming back.
Let's wait for this to Kuluma and actually elaborate a bit more.
Yeah.
There's more to say on this.
There's a lot to say. We'll see you on the next thing.
Let's
Let's talk Akulume!
I'd like to give a shout out to my favorite podcast so far, Let's Talk as Kulume.